Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're looking at the Karinear 16-litre portable refrigerator. I'm very grateful to receive one of those, so thank you very much Karinear for supplying one, because currently in our camping endeavours or other long trips we're currently taking our at the counter above fridge, which is not very good because it does have a glass door and it is rather heavy, but this little unit is very portable and is very light as well. What really attracted me to this one in the first place is its temperature range. The temperature could be set between 10 degrees to -18. That means you can use that as a freezer. To me, as a prepper, to have something like that to home as well, just in case the mains power goes off, and guys, you have something in the fridge that you want to, or in the freezer in fact, you want to protect, you can quickly shove this in there and either plug it in into your car or plug it into your solar generator. In the box, guys, it came with a little manual. It came with a normal, your home plug for home use, and of course it came with a cigarette lighter. So other really good points so far, looking in the manuals guys, that you have an options here to select a battery usage. So you have a button here and you have 3 options. So technically you can run this unit while your car engine is off, and you have a specific settings to be able to press the button and select, so it will take less power so you don't drain your car battery. It is all clearly guys explained in the little manual. It tells you a little bit more about it in terms of dimensions and things like that and the sound, but generally it's pretty much self-explanatory. If I just turn this around to you, okay, you have your buttons at the front. Okay, you've got the power button, you've got plus and a minus button obviously to select your desired temperature, and you have your clock button to be able to select your battery options. So those units do come in a different colors. I love grey, and I really like, for some reason, they have the effect on the top. It's like a chevron effect, but for some reason to me it just makes it look a little bit smarter. So guys, without further ado, okay, this unit claims to run at about 40 to 45 watts. So we're going to do some testings first, okay? I want to know whether it's constantly run at that wattage, and we're going to try this using a cigarette lighter and a normal lighter, and we're going to see how long it takes in the end to actually get it to a highest or -18 temperature. So without further ado, let's get it plugged in. So we have our power inlet here, so let's plug that in. Okay, that's in, so let me take the generator here, plug it in. Let's plug this on. Here we go. So that's powered up. So here, let's turn this on. Okay, so it comes on. So it currently says it's 15 degrees because it's pretty chilly here as well. And you can hear as the motor came on and it sounds to work, so it sounds like a refrigerator. So let's get it set, guys, to, let's just get it on to -18. So, okay, we set it to -18, so we will see, okay, I'll set the clock and we'll see how long it will take to get to where we need to be. So, right, as in terms of power, okay, it currently is taking, it's going up a little bit because you can hear it's starting to work. So 41, 43, it's gone up to 50 for the moment. Again, it's just kicked in, so. Okay guys, so yeah, it's currently stabilized at about 56. Of course, I would expect it to come down after it's kind of got its initial setup. Obviously, once it's starting to get into fridge temperatures, I expect that to get lower to what it needs to be really. So anyway, nonetheless guys, let's leave that. I'm going to keep an eye on it and we'll come back to it and see when it's reached -18, and I'll tell you how long it took. So guys, it took 45 minutes, give or take a minute or so, for it to reach the -18. As we've seen from initially, guys, when it's gone up to 55 wattage, literally within a minute of it being on, it did settle down to between 44 and 45 constantly. So after 45 minutes, obviously it's got its temperature to -18 and it's totally cut off. So it's literally taking 0 at the time. Again, this just proves the point, guys. It works in the same way as our normal fridge freezers. Once they hit or get to the desired temperature, the thermostat kicks in, that comes off, and when the fridge freezer started to lose temperature, it obviously kicks back in again. So for the purpose of the video, guys, I have opened the lid, okay, and it took 3 degree difference, so it took it to go to -15, for the fridge freezer to kick in and start drawing power again. So the point is, guys, which is really good, so by the time you have this full, if you are filling up with the freezer stuff, and if it's frozen, obviously the temperature within it will keep for longer in terms of keeping it cool. So it'd be quite a long intervals between the machine kicking in and started taking power again, which is really, really good. So next thing, guys, what we wanted to try is I'm gonna turn the machine off now, and we are going to be plugging in the cigarette lighter to see what sort of power is going to be drawing from here. It won't be the same result because I can't change it on here in terms of battery, because it is still taken from the portable power. But out of interest still, let's plug it in and see. I'm going to turn this off, leave the door open a bit so the temperature drops, and then we'll plug it in. So machine is off. I don't want it to check inside. Yeah, it's starting to freeze up. Like you get the little frost bits on the side, so it's super cold. I'll show you that inside it in a minute as well. Right, so let's unplug that. Ooh. And let's plug in the cigarette lighter here. Okay. Okay, so that's in. So let's put it on. Okay. So let's set the temperature. -18. Okay, so it is currently taking 27, 28. Okay, so there we are, guys. So it is as expected, obviously different wattage, so it will be taking less. That is understandable, but that's why obviously it gives you an ability to be able to run this off the car as well without worrying about too much about that. So nonetheless, now I'm gonna just turn this off, guys, now, and let me show you the space inside. So guys, this is the internal space. As you can see, obviously you lose a little bit of space due to the refrigerating unit part there, but nonetheless it is fairly sizable. After all, it is portable and it's something meant to be going in your boot. So just to have a look to demonstrate the capacity, depending obviously what you're putting in there. For us, they'll be putting up meat, so when we go camping, and maybe a couple of tins or a couple of bottles of beer. But nonetheless, so to give you an example, by putting tins of drink, you can have two heights up. Obviously you can lay them down with a little bit of space. Okay, you can like fuel them, and you can got one, you can fit probably 3, but I think the best way to use space is to stand them up. You can fit obviously tins on top as well, that works. Lay them down as well, so you can actually right. As in terms of the obviously bottled water, if you're taking the water, again, that easily fits in, guys, standing up, or you lay them down, depend. Sorry, you cannot quite see that. And obviously the most important is the alcoholic beverages. Again, this is kind of a standard bottle of cider, height-wise if you wish, and you've got plenty of headroom there, so whether you're standing up or laying them down. But nonetheless, to be able to, if you're going camping, to take a few packs of sausages and a couple of drinks, you know, there's plenty sufficient enough. So there we are, guys, pretty cool, huh? So one thing also to mention, a good thing that I've noticed about this one, on the lid in here, guys, there is a little button, so you need to press it to open it and press it to close it, which is quite handy, so you can't just, you know, if the kids are playing around or whatever, they can't just sort of open it up and let all your cold out. Another thing as well, underneath here, okay, you got a little feet to stabilize that. Okay, so if you're having this in the back of a seat rather than the boot, or in the boot, it is really handy to be able to have stabilization. Don't forget, if you're going around the corners, or, you know, so stops are kind of flying about in your boot, that is a really, really good idea. And nonetheless, guys, it's a very smart looking one. As I said, looks like it's a very portable one, and it's perfect for your little weekend getaway. Another thing as well, obviously with the cable, you do have your cigarette lighter cable, and it is pretty sizable. We're looking about approximately 2 meters long, which I think is more than sufficient, because nowadays most of the cars have this cigarette lighter in the back, at the back seat, or in the boot as well. So 2 meters should do more than enough. If not, 2 meters should be enough to go from the front, the cigarette lighter, to the back of your chair, or on the top of the back chair anyway. So nonetheless, but yes, guys, I think that's pretty cool. Going to be super handy for us going camping in our upcoming trip. as I said, to put in there, guys, depends on what you take camping, but to be able to put a few packs of sausages, a bit of bacon, you know, a couple of bottles of beer, that's pretty cool. And have this as an emergency as well, I think it's super great. So anyway, I'll put all the details down on the video down below. And yeah, any questions, guys, obviously please ask. And otherwise, well, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.